target audience for my film would stereotypically be men of around the age of 15 to 35. This is because the genre of action thriller are mainly marketed towards men who are seen to enjoy graphic action and violence. However, I do feel that women would enjoy this as well, since I enjoy action thrillers as well as men. I interviewed a couple of people who fit my target audience and asked them the following questions. 1. Did you enjoy it and did it capture your attention? 2. Does it resonate with your age group? 3. What ways does it use conventions of real media products? 4. Could you suggest any improvements? 5. Would you watch the rest of the film after seeing the opening? 6. Does it look edited to a high standard? And 7. What's your overall opinion of my opening?
Yeah, it was great. It's really suspenseful, so yeah, captures the attention. Yeah. I guess it's more relevant for girls who go out and then have to walk home alone, obviously. Yeah. So yeah, I guess pretty relevant. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a few sort of horror themed shots there. I really like the sort of intro where it's cutting between short clips and then the credits as well. It's really nice. And some of the 360 shots as well, quite horror. I couldn't quite hear one of the lines that the main girl said. I think it was when she decides to go through the foresty field thing. So maybe just check how clear the audio is on that line. Yeah, but definitely interested to see how it ends. It's really well edited. Loads of different techniques used. It's it keeps your attention. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It did capture my attention because obviously there's not really much dialogue in it, so it's quite suspenseful and you don't know what's going to happen with all the sort of dark shots. You have to watch quite closely to find out what's going to happen. Well, yeah, it does. I mean, obviously it probably would be an 18 in the cinema, so you'd obviously be 18 to see it, unless you had fake ID. If you're going to compare it to something like Vendetta with Danny Dyer, then you could say that it's quite similar because it's got that sort of horrible dark theme to it, and then she's probably going to die because he did say you're going to die tonight, which actually is a famous quote from that film. Well, it's not very famous because it's not a very famous film, and it's also not really a quote, but it was taken from the script because he does say that when he's about to pour cement down someone's throat. Another film you can compare it to is Taken, which, as we know, is an 18, the same as Vendetta. And that features Liam Neeson obviously having to rescue his daughter. So you don't know where that film's going to go. It might go to the fact that actually the girl who's taken might have a dad who used to be in the military or whatever, and then he comes and tries to find her. So that could be quite similar as well. Yeah, I could suggest a few improvements because I thought the editing was a bit choppy. The audio needs a bit of work. It's a bit quiet in places. Some of the shots are actually a bit too dark. And also the flashing black is a bit sort of overused, I'd say. I'll definitely watch this film after seeing the opening because it does really appeal to me, people being taken, young little girls being murdered and stuff like that. I've already spoken about the editing a little bit because I said about the sound being a bit quiet and there's that flashing which I think is a bit overused. I mean, once or twice is good, but it can be a bit too overused. But yeah, it's alright, it's a bit dark, isn't it? But yeah, it flows quite well. Got some good shots there. Got some shadow in some of the shots, but when she's on the phone. My overall opinion on the opening is that it's very, very good. It looks a bit studenty, but with a bit of help from some more money as well, for professional kit where you could get, because obviously there wasn't much light when we were filming, so my camera didn't have a light in it, so we actually had to end up using the torch on my iPhone to illuminate the area we were lighting in. Thank you very much for having me, and I would like to add a few things to it. The actor, he was outstanding, very good actor.
Yes, yeah, 100%. It was it built the tension quite well, and obviously you want to see what's going to happen to the character. It's kind of like a kidnap story, so it'd be interesting to see where it goes, really. Yeah, I think so. Maybe a bit younger than me. I'm 23, and possibly both genders as well. Not action films. I'd say more thriller, horror, with the mood itself. Uh, just the kidnap scene was a bit studenty. I think that could have been a bit more sort of creepy because it was kind of a bit comical. Maybe because I know the kidnapper, but maybe that could have been done a bit differently. Yes, I think the footage that they had was edited well, and the tension was built great. I enjoyed it. Yes, yeah, 100%. I thought it set the mood well. It was tension wasn't built too quickly or too slowly, and it was really creepy as well. I thought it was creepy.
I'm really happy with the feedback that I got, and I do understand the criticisms that they gave me. I also agree that it is for both genders, not just men, since women do also enjoy watching horror films. I think that in hindsight, it is less of an action film and more of a thriller film. So I could have probably researched thriller films a bit more. But overall, I'm really happy with what I've produced, and I think it's a good first product.